Alright, so some very spring riding out here today. It is March 18th, and whoever would have thought we'd be back out here. Look at all the sleds. It's been 2 weeks since we last rode, and it's been really warm in between that time. We had some days that were in the 60s, so to have any snow right now is crazy, and there's actually a decent amount of snow, but trails are a little chewed up because it's been like 40 today, so it'll be interesting to find decent trails. But we'll see. Still out here, still enjoying it. Thought I'd be able to do a little powder riding, but it's looking like that's not going to happen. The warmth really settled all the snow, so pretty packed down. Trail's always a gem. Going that way, that looks like shit. Turn around. What the fuck was that? You alright?
Anything hurt your chest?
What happened? I was going slow. It's not your season for staying on trail, huh? You alright?
Thanks, man. Very
It's just a handguard, it's alright. Yeah.
My husband's got it. Flip this.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It should just flip right back. I don't want to hit you with it. I should be able to flip it back up. You alright? Okay. Yeah. Broke the metal off the handguard. Yeah. I can throw it in mine. I got a big bag on mine. Yeah. All in all, not too bad. At least you didn't go down all the way down the hill.
We just got done yarning some little kid out with an F8, went up the trail.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Well, I come on fast, too.
Did you? Yeah, it's on too. Yeah. Yeah.
She looks so scared.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
Trying not to work when we're up here.
Yeah. You good?
Yep.
Alright. Sure?
Yeah, that girl is so scared.
Oh yeah, did she see you flip or something? She did, because she just goes like this, and I'm like, if it's a cop, I'm going like 10. I'm like, I'm not going to get pulled over. So, is anybody ordering a new sled this season? I have to say I'm pretty tempted by the Skidoos. The XRS is looking pretty sweet. Other than that, Polaris came out with a Switchback XCR, which is a cool idea, I guess, for somebody that wants a little extra length, but still wants the XCR performance. But then they came out with the SKS 146, which is very similar to a Assault with an extra 2 inches track-wise. So, it'll be interesting to see how that sells. I think it's definitely like a testimonial to the fact that the Assault is super trail capable, to the point that they could have more room in their lineup to make a version of it that's essentially a little less trail capable. And I think that's what the SKS is. Because obviously the extra 2 inches isn't really going to change a ton in the sled, but I think it would give it that extra little bit off trail that maybe it was lacking. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the buyer for that. It still has the Assault seat on it, which is essentially the rush seat, and the wider tank, which was a huge gripe of 144 Assault buyers. So I'm not sure how people will react to that, but we're back in Old Forge. We're like all the way back in Old Forge. I must have gone the wrong way. Like if we went right, we would go back right now. So yeah, I guess we'll go down Trail 1, I guess. See how that is? Ow, 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 ow. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who buys an SKS 146. Because I feel like the guys that are super into off-trail, that just occasionally ride on-trail, would do that with an SKS 155. And I think that the little differences between the 155 and the 146, as far as the tank and the seat and all that, would really deter them. Plus, it's got the more forward steering post. I don't know if the regular SKS has that or not, but it'll definitely be interesting. I kind of thought maybe they'd have an RR come out, since this year they had the Axis front end on the old IQR chassis, Thought it'd be kind of a cool package to come out with in a 600, but not yet. I'm wondering if they're going to come out with a new 600 and put it in an RR down the road. I think it would sell well. I mean, I would be very tempted to buy one. Not as my main sled most likely, but maybe as like a second sled to have, gear it down, just make it a absolute ripper. I don't know what the original RR came with, but as far as gearing, but I think it'd be a pretty cool package. So hopefully that comes out in the next couple of years, but I have absolutely no idea on that. And then the final bigger piece of news was the fact that I don't even know if it's bigger, but it's interesting. Cat and Yamaha teamed up to come out with a ZR200, and it's like a trail legal kid sled, which I think is awesome to get kids out on the trails. I always thought it sucked that 120s couldn't legally go on the trails, but they've solved that now. I guess it goes 35 miles an hour. It has 9 horsepower. I don't remember the size of the... Oh, it's a 200cc 4-stroke engine. Never mind, that was dumb. But, oh, no one else did the hand signal, and the last guy does it. Woo. And then obviously the new Arctic Cat 800 came out, but I think releasing that early kind of took the wind out of its sails. It's understandable that they did it, and it was cool, but it didn't get hyped properly, and it's almost like you, at least for me, is not an Arctic Cat guy, I kind of forgot about it, which sounds terrible, but I'm not sure if that's a marketing thing, if it's a just me thing, but it's really too bad, because it could be a monster of an engine, but I guess we'll know for sure next year. I'd really hoped to come up here last weekend for test rides, demo rides, but they talked all week about how they were putting snow on the trail, and then I think Friday it just rained all night, and so, or the day before, Thursday it rained all day, and then Friday they said, well, we can't do it today, but we might be able to have test demo rides tomorrow if we get snow, and they never got snow, so they never did them. But that was able, or because of that, I was able to go to the sneak peek with Skidoo and check out their sleds because they were on their way back from Old Forge, so that was kind of cool. I had a little something. Woo! Unfortunately, it's very springish riding today. Some trails are really well snow covered, but they're kind of bumpy. Other trails are groomed, but have very little snow on them. Some trails are decent. Hit or miss. I'd really hoped to kind of ride somewhere, and I think had we come up maybe Thursday we could have, but must have been kind of warm yesterday, and it's definitely been kind of warm today, so oh well. Still fun to be out here, still fun to put a little bit more mileage on the sled. Do you want to ride to Slickers or drive to Slickers?
I think I'm gonna drive.
Drive?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go back now?
Yeah.
Okay.